This is a giant glowing egg in Las Vegas costing $2.3 billion to build, with daily electricity bills ranging from $100 zero to $200 zero. What's even more surreal is that it's not an isolated case. From the light towers in Dubai to those in Shanghai, Seoul, and Tokyo, massive naked eye 3D screens now cover entire building facades. It's as if your LEDs aren't big or dazzling enough, you don't even deserve the title of a global metropolis. Despite all the talk about energy conservation and controlling light pollution, these cities are frantically stacking up LEDs. What exactly is the charm of LED technology? Hello everyone, I'm Kanchai today. Let's put LEDs center stage. Over the past decade, major cities across the globe have been bathed in a sea of LED lights. Famous examples include Las Vegas, Seoul's Gangnam District, Taikoo-li in Chengdu, and the urban wonder of Chongqing, China. These cities are generally defined by their prosperity and secondly their density. A top-tier city where every inch of land is at a premium. If you want to stand out among crowded businesses, using illuminated signs to grab people's attention is perhaps the best strategy. And an illuminated sign must first and foremost be bright enough. Compared to traditional light sources like incandescent and neon lights, LEDs are in a completely different league of brightness. We often think of sunlight as the ultimate light source, but modern outdoor LEDs would beg to differ. The peak brightness of outdoor LEDs can reach thousands of nits, meaning they remain perfectly clear, even under direct sunlight or intense city lights. So with such high performance, they must be energy intensive, right? Actually, they are much more energy efficient due to lower heat loss. When producing the same level of brightness, LEDs typically use only 25% of the energy of traditional sources, while their lifespan is 3 times longer, if not more. What does this actually mean? It means running non-stop day and night, with extremely low energy consumption, while lasting for tens of thousands of hours. This gives them a unique advantage in the selection of materials for giant screens. Young people today might find it hard to realize, but artificial light sources are truly a gift of industrial civilization. In millennial literature, neon lights were an indispensable element, embodying retro romance and the prosperity of the consumer era. One might compare LEDs to them, thinking they are much the same, but the decline of neon is by no means a coincidence. Compared to the neon flex strips that are everywhere today, traditional glass neon lights were a costly investment. For a small business, their production relied almost entirely on manual craftsmanship. A craftsman has to heat a straight glass tube over a flame repeatedly, bend it into characters, and then weld on the electrodes. After connecting it to a vacuum system to evacuate the air, it's filled with neon or argon, then sealed, aged, and rigorously tested. If any step goes wrong, the entire glass tube is scrapped and restarted. It often takes a whole day or more just to finish one character, and days to complete a whole sign. It is incredibly inefficient, but even if you make it through those hurdles, when it is finally put into use, the experience is quite frustrating, since the tubes cannot be modified once shaped. Any rebranding or price change means tearing it down and starting over. Even if you leave it alone and make no changes, once micro cracks appear, gas leaks, or the electrodes age, the entire section will fail, and this means dismantling and remanufacturing the entire piece. For a profitable small shop, this might be manageable. But imagine if the Las Vegas Sphere were built with neon. The cost would not only be astronomical, but its appearance would be static forever. But LED is different. It's networked and displays in real time, and passers-by can even pay a small fee by scanning a code to cast whatever they want onto the giant screen. It's far more cost-effective than a rigid wall of light in an era of information surplus. Their attention is constantly fragmented by noise from every direction. An efficient information carrier is the key to commercial monetization. You could never sell 7 or 8 different ads on a single neon sign, but with LED it's easy, and the costs are lower across the board. Back around 2010, LED was still considered a luxury, but today it has become a standard, high quality and affordable commodity. Once the price dropped, it was destined to become accessible to the masses. In 2024, China's LED exports reached a value of approximately 1048 billion RMB. Over 400 companies are currently exporting these products. Despite a 15 annual price drop, squeezing profit margins, China remains at the heart of this global trend thanks to its overwhelming scale and cost advantages. Calling us the center is no exaggeration at all. For instance, with 155 approaching, I was invited by the China Association of Listed Companies and Douyin. Visit Led, a leading LED enterprise, for a behind-the-scenes look to get an up-close feel for the pulse of hardcore technology and experience the immersive spirit of Made in China. The highlight of this company's journey was actually foreshadowed as early as 2008. That year, the Beijing Olympics stunned the world with its grandeur, and the manufacturer of the Olympic rings display was none other than China's own Led. In terms of LED, we have always relied on ourselves rather than others. In 2024, a single company, Led, provided the CCTV Spring Festival Gala with over 30 square meters of LED screens and conducted 8K live broadcasts via thousands of public screens. Beyond that, from the V-Day and National Day parades to the Winter Olympics and Asian Games, even in outer space, it played a vital role in the Shenzhou 12 astronaut space to Earth video call. Think that's all? Not quite. As a globally recognized industrial Cthulhu, China is the ultimate powerhouse of the LED industry. Take the industry leader, Led, for example. Through overseas acquisitions, it provides products for stadiums, airports, and shopping malls worldwide, making Made in China shine in every corner of the globe. However, every technology is a double-edged sword, especially in this new era. As the call for environmental protection grows, whether from official advocacy or grassroots organizations, discussions on energy consumption are becoming increasingly intense. But in this trend of balancing industry with ecology, the West may be the loudest, but China is certainly the one delivering results. Date China's eco-friendly LED research has never ceased. Guess who the standout performer in green low-carbon tech was at the UN Climate Change Conference's COP in Azerbaijan? Who was the participant famous for their low-carbon solutions? Well, it was Led again. And this isn't even the first time they've made major strides in sustainability. At this point, the narrative feels very familiar. Looking back at the history of industrial civilization, when has humanity not been in a struggle with the environment? Technologies update and industries become obsolete. So many have vanished into the long river of history. But aesthetics alone remains indestructible. From primitive murals to cyberpunk, the giant screens of Las Vegas to the neon glows of Tokyo streets, LED is no longer just a tool for lighting. It is a new language for urban expression and commercial narrative. With extreme brightness, versatility, and smart interaction, it redefines the laws of light and shadow in the modern metropolis. Neon lights carry the romance of a bygone era, while LED illuminates the efficiency and infinite possibilities of the future. This isn't just a technical substitution, it's an inevitable evolution. In the future, as costs drop and applications continue to expand, LED will become even lighter and smarter, integrating into every flicker of the city and into every gaze. So let us look forward to a more harmonious and brilliant future. Keep thinking, stay curious. Consider what we truly wish to illuminate, to extend, and to preserve with light. Next time you look up at a fully illuminated city skyline, perhaps you, like me, will feel a surge of inspiration and exclaim, truly inspiring, a pillar of a great nation.